Welcome to this episode of The Kitchen Warrior. Today we're going to be making a very nice meal for Father's Day. Let me show you the list of ingredients. We're going to start with some plantains. These have been soaked in salt water. Here we have some fine fresh thyme. We have U15 shrimps. We have garlic cloves. This is the little tops of the carrots. This is pork jowl. This is asparagus. These are rehydrated mushrooms, chicken stock, Marsala wine, red wine vinegar. This is fresh minced ginger. Here we have some onion. We have some whole carrots. This is spice. This is turmeric. This is oregano. This is annatto powder. Here we have a little bit of agave nectar. We have some butter. We have some olive oil. Here we have a double bone prime rib. This is about 4 pounds worth of, and we're going to roast this prime rib. So what we're going to do is that we're going to tie it here a couple of times. I'm going to just tie it a couple of times like this. I have some butcher twine, and what we're going to do is just a simple tie. I want to keep this meat nice and firm, so we'll tie it 2, maybe 3 times. We have heated this pan as hot as we can get them with just a little bit of oil, and what we're going to do is we're going to sear the meat. We want to feel it. This is going to take, we're going to do this in all 4 sides. So we have given our prime rib roast here a little bit of color. The seasonings have been sealed right into the skin. And now we're going to place it in the oven at 300 degrees for about an hour and 10 minutes. And then we're going to check our temperature. Alright, here goes the roast into the oven. The prime rib roast is in the oven roasting. We're going to begin preparing our mofongo stuffed shrimps. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to take this pork jowl and we're going to cut it into small little cubes. Pork jowl is a little bit smoky. It's kind of like a bacon, but it's a little bit different. It's also very inexpensive, but yet very flavorful. So we cut this into little dice, right? Watch this. You put them all together or cut them into 2 little bundles. And so we're going to dice them up with a real nice sharp knife. We want this to be nice and small. Alright, so we mince the garlic. Here's the garlic. Alright, we have approximately 15 shrimp. We're going to take a couple of these shrimps. Maybe 4 is good. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to cut these up, right? We're going to cut these in half, take the tail off, take the tails off, alright? And what we're going to do is cut them in half, and we're going to mince them also. Some of these plantains, and we're going to place them in the fryer, and we're going to fry them for a good 2 to 3 minutes. Quarters of the way ready. And because this is going to bake in the oven, we're going to add some of the shrimp that we cut up earlier, and we're going to partially cook them right here together in the same fat. So we remove the shrimp and the pork jowl, and we remove some of this fat that's diluted from the pork. All we want is just the meat. So we're removing the plantains. And this is the nice golden color, really light, that they get. And we take them out, and we're going to do the other half. Alright, we are ready to make this mixture. So, we place them right here. This is the tool that we decided to use. And now, while they're still nice and hot, we're going to smash them and turn them like mashed potatoes. And smash them a little bit right now. This is the perfect time to do this. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to add the garlic at this time. All the garlic. We're also going to add the shrimp and the pork jowl right in there, just like that. We're going to add some of this thyme right there. Very good. We're going to add some oregano. Let's open this up. A little bit of oregano. Very good. Oregano and pork go really good together. We're going to add some of the annatto. There you go. Just a little sprinkle. And we're going to add some of the turmeric. Just like that. Or also known as turmeric. A little bit of olive oil. And we're going to smash this a little bit more. So we are putting together our mofongo stuffing. It's not very often I like to use my hands, but from time to time, this is the only tool that will do the job. So my hands are very, very clean, very sanitized, and make sure to scrub them really good, and you should as well. This is the only way. We hardly ever touch our food as much as we can. Okay, so we have made this little meatballs, like small, like 1.5 ounce little balls, right? Just like that. And we're gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper to our shrimp. And we're gonna toss them a little bit, just like that. And we're gonna place them right here, like this, face down. That's what we're gonna do. Face down on the shrimp. Face down. Just like that. And guess what we're gonna do next? It has to be face down. This is face up, that is face down. Face down is the way to go. And we're gonna place that, I already messed this one up, right on top, and we're gonna take the tail, we're gonna wrap it like that. Set them down, we're gonna wrap the tail around. So we're going to blanch the vegetables. And the vegetables are carrots and asparagus. Pull out our asparagus. What we're going to do is that we're going to remove the rubber band from both ends. And what we're going to do is give them a little bit of color. Piece of butter with a little bit of the cream. That helps make a little bit of a sauce and also helps to caramelize and give this asparagus a really nice flavor. We're going to add a little bit of oil. We're going to turn the temperature down a little bit. We're going to add a little piece of butter. And swirl around a little bit. Like that. And we're going to add the ginger right here. I want to make sure that the temperature is not too hot that burns the ginger. What we want to do is release the ginger essence into the oil and butter mixture. Very good. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of this agave nectar, or you can use honey or even brown sugar, and we're going to mix it around a little bit just like that, and this will have a real nice and sweet and gingery potent flavor, which goes really nice with the carrots. So we take the carrots out. We're going to place them like that. This is only going to be tossed a couple of times. So we have rehydrated these shiitake mushrooms. And what we're going to do with these shiitake mushrooms, we're going to cut them really fine because they're actually a little bit rubbery. But the flavor of mushroom is very potent. We're going to use these mushrooms to make really nice sauce to accompany our prime rib roast sauce. Now we're going to add a little bit of oil to the pan, just like that. Maybe a little bit more. That's good. And we're going to add the onions and the garlic on medium-low heat. And we just want to sweat these really good. We want to caramelize these onions, kind of like if we would caramelize them to make a French onion. It's going to give the oil a really nice essence. So in the meantime, I have a little bit of cornstarch, which I didn't mention earlier, but this is the substance that we're going to use to thicken our sauce. And we're going to add a little bit of the chicken stock, which is cold, right to it, just like that. And we're going to mix it. And this slurry, we're going to add possibly a couple of teaspoons, and that will do the trick. Alright, so we have caramelized our onions pretty good. You can see all the caramelization. This is pretty good. So what we'll do here at this point, we'll deglaze this with a little bit of wine. This is Marsala wine. And we're going to add approximately 3 ounces of Marsala wine. Just like that. Alright, now that we know how much wine we have placed, we're going to put our mushrooms right in there. We're going to mix them up a little bit. We're going to add our chicken stock. And we are going to add a little bit of this red wine vinegar. And this will be about maybe a half of an ounce. Just a few squirts, just like that. There, that's good. We're going to simmer this for a good 20 minutes. We're going to pull out a little bit of this fresh thyme. We're just going to add a little bit. And what we're going to do next is that we're going to run this through the blender. We're going to place it right in there. Just like that. Okay. Let's just sit right here for a moment. We're going to cover this and we're going to puree it. We're going to strain that liquid. This will be more like a mushroom soup, really strong one at this point. And we are going to remove as much of the liquid as we can. And that's the liquid that we are going to thicken, which we will use as part of our sauce. So we bring the liquid right here to the pan. We're going to turn the heat down a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of our cornstarch right here that we talked about and we made earlier with a little bit of chicken stock. We're going to add just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's very important not to add so much that it makes it too thick. Just a little bit. And it is also at this point when we will taste it to see if it needs a little bit more salt, a little bit more wine. This one needs just a little bit of salt and we'll be ready for service. Okay, our shrimp mofongo is going into the oven at 350 degrees from 8 to 10 minutes. Our prime ribs have been cooking for about an hour and 10 minutes. We're going to check the temperature very shortly. And our temperature is 110 degrees. We're going to let this prime rib rest for about 15 minutes and we'll see the temperature will raise to 125 degrees, medium rare, just like Dad likes it. So our first step is to remove the strings. Very good. We have removed the strings. What we're going to do now is we're going to begin by placing our vegetables. And our vegetables should be placed down here. It's good if it falls like that. And we're going to cross a couple of these and we're going to cross a few of these. We want to have these vegetables to be kind of intertwined, just like that. So it's going to look really beautiful. We'll do the same thing on the other side. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our mofongo stuffed shrimp and we're going to place them all around the plate in different areas. Just like that. We're going to lift them up. Just going to put them right here like this. Some are pointing that way. Just randomly. Alright. This is going to be a really nice presentation. And the best thing about it is that once you have leftovers, Dad will love it even more. Because he gets to eat 2 times. And he takes some for lunch tomorrow while going to work. This is a really nice experience for the whole family. Alright, very good. So we place our shrimp all around like that. We're going to place the meat like so. And it will stand up just like that. Okay, very good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of our sauce and we're just going to drizzle a little bit right down the center of it. Just finally, we're going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley around. And here's our beautiful plate presentation for Father's Day. I'm Chef Melvin, the Kitchen Warrior. Thank you for watching. See you next time.